Right. Okay. Technical difficulties. I'm back now, I think. OBS had a little bit of an argument with my internet connection, and I had to reset one of them. Well, I had to reset my internet and I had to reset the stream. So we are back at full connection now, apparently. And back down to one faithful viewer. Hello, Arkaville. How you doing, mate? Right, sorry about that. I hope everybody can make their way back. Right, don't mess me about anymore, please, internet connection. It was all going lovely until you did that. Right, back into the swing of it. I mean, it's only 9 o'clock where I am. I'm intending to stream until 11 o'clock, so if it does happen again, I will just set up another stream. And I'm going to stick them all together in one big playlist, so... build forge, build survival kit, build solar panels, that's what we were doing. Okay. Smegin internet connection was all going so good. It was all going so well. Right. Did we have even remotely any of the bits to fix that? No. We need lots of iron, lots of copper, lots of silicon. Oh, there's silicon right here. Ooh, and stuff. Ooh, silicon right there. That makes life easier. Where were we? We were there. Still need iron and copper, though. Yes, Nippy Mowgli, sorry about that. OBS and my internet connection had an argument with each other, and I had to separate them. They are playing much nicer now, and everything seems to be back to normal. It's just a shame that all the people that were happily enjoying the stream have all buggered off. Hopefully everyone can make their way back, like you and Arkaville have both done, and hopefully my internet connection will hold out and stop having a hissy fit. Although I heard fireworks again earlier, I think there's another big thing going on in the town centre near my house, so that's probably not helping with the Wi-Fi signal. What did we need to do? We need to finish the gear forge. Gear forge and survival kit. Silicon, nickel, iron. Silicon, nickel, iron, cobalt. Right, all the basics. Okay. Nothing in there. Let's go digging. Let's go digging. Dig, dig, dig. Let's grab a bit of iron. That'll do for now. What do we need? Cobalt and silicon and nickel. There we go. Cobalt. Hopefully that'll do for the moment. What else did we need? Nickel. Where are you? You are up here. Wonderful. Big blob of it. I'll take a little bit more, why not? Bum bum bum. What are the things we need to fix? They are in here. I put the microphone somewhere where it's not in the way of the chat screen. There it is. Groovy, that'll do. I want to fix these things and keep as much of the resources for myself. What do I need? Iron and silicon. Iron and silicon. Let's go back out there again. Iron. There it is. Oop. A little bit of a load spike. What's that arc about? You wonder if we'll be able to make some kind of fast travel points like the NPC stations. If not, we'll see a lot of PvP happening around those stations on servers. Yeah, I'd imagine if it wasn't something they were planning, it will be something somebody will mod into the game sooner or later. Because pretty much once it's in the game, modders will find it, and then they'll turn it into something. So yeah, I could see it easily going either way. Because it would be nice to be able to build your own station and have a fast travel point back to it. Particularly if you could set up like your own little network of fast travel points. Yeah, can't see why it wouldn't end up being a part of the actual game, but it's still early days yet. There's still lots and lots of progress for the game to make. There we go. Completed. Oop, not that way. That way. Let's pop that stuff in there. I'm watching my internet connection like a hawk now, in case it wants to have another hissy fit, but all looks good for the moment. Oh! Turned me thrusters off. Didn't turn them back on. Ooh! Watch out for them verticals. They're a bit powerful. That's another thing I need to do. I need to upgrade my thrust. I need to start having a look at upgrading the ship a little bit. I might. Oh no, I can't do that in a safe zone, can I? We'll turn the mission in, we'll get the next one. We'll see how far away it is, and then I might start tinkering with the ship a little bit. It needs better thrusters. It needs another tank. I can't really start doing the things I want to do until I can build another tank. But I can get the infrastructure in for other stuff, I suppose. Yeah, we'll do that. "36 kilometers, and it's still a long way away." Pardon me. Nearly there. not far off. "26 kilometers. Right, so the upgrades I want to make. I want to get some wings on the side of this thing with some big old thrusters pointing forwards and backwards. And I actually want to move this tank eventually. Completely shift it out of the way so I can open up the back and have that as my cargo access instead. So I've actually done a fair little bit of tinkering with the sledge, trying to make it look a bit cooler and a little bit more functional. So I'm going to try and replicate that in this run as well. Hey, it's nearly there. Only 13 kilometers to go. How many more missions do I need to do before I can move to the chemic sector? I can't remember how many it is. I'll have to have a look and do the maths. Right, let's slow down a bit so we don't crack into the station again, like we did last time. Come in nice and gently. There we go. That's much better. Hey, Demler. How Space Engineers 2? Haven't gotten it yet. Still playing Space Engineers 1. It's alright. It's the new VS2 update has been a massive improvement. Obviously, it's still in alpha technically. It's not even really a beta game yet. So it's still got a long way to go, but what it has got is definitely playable, and it is definitely fun. Be loads better when we get more blocks, particularly when we get the mechanical blocks that I'm so desperate to play with, and the logic blocks as well, like timers and event controllers. I hope we get some of them soon. But yeah, what is here so far is pretty fun. There's a bunch of planets, there's a bunch of blocks. There's a basic conveyor system set up now, so you can actually fuel hydrogen-powered stuff and pipe things up to other things. Right, so there we go. Colonization progress achieved. Block tools tier 1. Oh, does that mean I've unlocked the drill? Right. Sector progress 45. Right, we're almost halfway through this bit, and then we can finally get to chemic, hopefully soon. Hauling supply base. Accident left multiple containers scattered around. Build a tug. Move containers. Inside storage hall. Cool. Okie dokie. Where is that? 121 kilometers. Ooh. Awesome. Right, 121 kilometers. That is a long way. That's on the other side of the planet. Yay! Where's my ship? Ah, there it is. Ah, hello, Akane Empire. How are you doing? Right, I've got to go and fly to the other side of the planet. Yay! Right, well, let's try and aim around the gravity well. Let's face the planet that way so I can see it. And we're just gonna Elite Dangerous style this thing. Let's get some speed. Flight assist off. Yeah, that's literally on the other side of the planet. Awesome. Well, this one's going to take a while. Yep, yay. What's that, Akane? Weekend hath arriveth, all hail time to watch streams. Yeah, man. That's why I thought I'd do some streaming tonight, because it's Friday night. I can stay up late. It is the weekend. I can just play this, provided my internet doesn't have a hissy fit again, and kill my stream an hour and a half in. But seems to be nice and stable again now. Oh, I am running out of tea though, that's a shame. Right, well, it's going to take a while to get here. It is literally... Ooh. Yeah, I just noticed the gravity well. Sugar. I am lagging and I am dropping into the planet's gravity. Oh, that's alright, my vertical thrusters have caught me. Let's get out of that gravity well. That was almost a you've smashed your ship to pieces moment. That's what I get for flying upside down. With only those tiny little thrusters. Ooh, if we're going to a base, we have to build some stuff. There might be some bits there that I can use to upgrade the ship. My spotlights on. No, they're not. Let's turn them spotlights on. That'll probably help when we get near the ground, on the other side of the planet. I'm not sure whether it's still going to be dark over there or not. Alright, what are we on? 80 kilometers away. That's still a long way to go. And we get a bit further out with this gravity well. Well, we've got plenty of fuel, so we should have enough to get there. Shouldn't be too long. But we are on the 76 kilometers. Ugh. Some of these distances are brutal. Some of them are a very long way. Right, 70 kilometers. Ain't got time for unknown signals right now. Got contracts that need finishing. Need to get to that other planet. But we're on 3% colonization. I haven't really done a massive amount with the colonization stuff. I wonder how far it goes with what we've got so far. I've only really gotten as far as Chemic in my other survival games. Not quite sure what else is out there. Anyone in the chat know what else is out there? What's that, Akane? One really appreciates the new max speeds. Yeah, it's nice being able to go 1,000 kilometers an hour. Because yeah, trying to travel 100 and something kilometers in SE1, that tends to be when people start thinking about jump drives and stuff. But in this, with the new speed limits, it doesn't seem quite as daunting. It is slightly more treacherous, because you're flying at 1,000 kilometers an hour, but it's not a terrifying prospect. We have really gotten down to those mountains. We need to get higher again. Increased max speed and increased safety speed. Yeah, that's another thing I really like, is the 20 meter a second damage limiter. That is going to be so cool and so handy for building mechs and stuff like that when we finally get subgrids and stuff. Having that damage limiter means that you're not going to have to exclusively rely on suspension blocks and stuff to keep the bottom of your mech's feet safe. Because that's one of the biggest problems with mech building in SE1 is the blocks are very, very fragile in SE1. And if you build a mech with cool looking armor block feet, as soon as you turn that damage off, or put the damage on rather, your mech will just smash his feet to pieces as he walks. And it makes them not that practical. But in SE2, with that damage limiter, it is going to make a big difference to mech building. At least I think so, anyway. Right, 20 kilometers. Nearly there. Is it on that side of the mountain ridge, or is it on this side of the mountain ridge? Ooh, it looks like it might be this side of the mountain. That would be handy. Alright, let's start slowing down. Yeah, it's on that side. Cool. Awesome. Right, supply base. Right, let's try and not smash this ship to pieces. Ooh, it's a base inside a big lump of rock. That's pretty cool. Or are they just cheekily using the asteroid base spawning mechanics on the ground? That's what it looks like to me. Look quite cool though. Ah, right. Renegades raided our supply base, and some cargo got scattered around. Build the projected tug ship and use its landing gears to grab and deliver marked containers intact to the warehouse. Okie dokie. Right. Let's land here. This looks like it might be. Oh no. Actually, oh, there's not any production here, is there? I'm not wasting resources building production until I can find it. Let's turn them thrusters off. Save fuel. Right, what are we doing? Fixing this ship. This is sitting on its arse. Isn't that usually mounted on something? I'm sure that's usually mounted on something. Well, whatever. What does it need? Iron, nickel, silicon. We got any goodies around? Steel plate. Any goodies in here? A battery, some bits, more bits. Turbine blades. I need them. Oh, I've already got one of them. Never mind. Anything else? Glass bits. Stuff. Cool. I've already checked that, haven't I? Yes. Right. What can we use from that? Ooh, what's up here? Anything? No. No, I'll leave that. Right. I'm sure that's not supposed to be on the floor like that. That's going to be difficult to weld. Okay. Well, we've got that. Steel plate, iron. Let's just go and get some iron. Is there any iron around here? There's iron in the mountain. Sweet. Where is the iron? There it is. Aha! Stuff. Oh, is there anything in these? Nope. Ooh, what's in here? A power module, and that's about it. Ooh, actually, I need... Oh, those are containers I need to grab, aren't they? You know what, let's just drill through here, because I need to get the ship through this gap eventually anyway. So I'll just take the steel plate I need from here. It is in fact steel plate I need. I don't need iron. Now let's take that. And that, and that. Nope. Game spike. Yep, settle down again. Right, will any of those parts help with this? Oh, there we go. Come on, welder, settle down. There we go. Right, that's that. Yeah, wants me to put turbine blades in there, doesn't it? Yeah, fine. You know what, I might grind them back out and steal them again when I'm done here. I'm not taking that ship with me. What else? You're done. You're done. Was that everything? I think that was everything. Seems to be everything. Right, storage area is there. Containers are all scattered about. Right, there's one. Yay, right, got that one. Carefully. Get this in here. How many did we need to grab? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's put it near the back then. Make it easier when we come back in. Right, where are the others? There's 2 in that cave, and we can just about squeeze into this gap. There we go. Wicked, right. That's another one of them. Now, can we get out without smashing ourselves to pieces? Wicked. Groovy. Right, let's stick that back there. Right. 3 more. There's another one in that cave. I'm going to grab that one again. Cool. Right. Got enough room to turn around? Just about. Wicked. Right, that's another one. Dump that in there. Right, where are these other 2? 100 meters away. Whereabouts? Ah, there's one. Ooh, you're in an awkward spot, aren't you? How do we get you comfortably? Oh, there we go. That's not too bad, actually. Have we got it? Yeah, we've got it. Sweet. Right, 1 more to go. Where was that one hiding? It's hiding there. That's not too bad, actually. And we get in there nicely. Sweet. Right. Drop this off. I'm going to scrounge some parts of this ship before we leave. I want to get some bits off it. Definitely want those turbine blades off the big thruster. Cool. Done. Right, you can sit there. I want those turbine blades. Is there anything cool in there? Because I need 12 to build another tank. So far I have 6. So I'm halfway towards another tank. Quickly. While we're here... Logistics. I'm gonna stick them. I don't want that colour. I want that colour because I'm going to paint the rest of it at some point as well. That was a bit much. What did I do it with? I did it with them, I think. Will that not let me build another blueprint on that blueprint until I've welded that up? Why is that being awkward? Strange. Is that in the way? Steel tubes. Ah, I've got steel tubes there. Would be funny if they implemented a mechanic where looking the station afterwards counts against the... looting the station afterwards counts against progression and turns you... yeah, that probably would be an interesting mechanic. Giving people penalties for being cheeky. And trying to rip the stations off. Now let me do 2 like that. It was being funny about letting me do one after the other. Oop, load spike. Oop, sell down game. Oop. Right, it's gotten to that point with the memory leaking, has it? I might have to quickly save and reload my game. Yeah, it's just load spiking every time I do stuff. Right, let's save the game, if it'll let me and not crash. SEC's good, still got a few memory leakage issues at the moment. Gets a bit fussy after a while. That's the one. Let's... yeah, whatever. I mean, I have just... Yeah, right, let's try reloading that. See if that helps. Do-do-do. Come on, SE2. You can do it. There we go. Right, we're back. Are you going to behave a bit better? Yeah, you seem to be behaving a bit better now. Yeah, I wanted to put a couple of them on the side of there. Then... where are my... Was it one of them, and then... What is it? Hydrogen tank. Oh yeah, it needs to come out. At least another one of those, I think. Bum 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 bum. What am I doing? Was it another one of those before I could happily fit the hydrogen tank where I wanted it? Hang on, might need to weld up a little bit. See what that does. Does that make a difference? There it is. Yeah, because that's where I want to have a tank. I want to have a tank there and another tank on the side. So, until I get the wind turbines, that'll do for now. But I'm going to mirror that over here quickly. So what did I do? I had one more of them, put a little bit of stuff into it so we can join the blueprints up properly, and then that was going to be there, and then I was going to have thrusters there, thrusters at the back, and then eventually take this out entirely, but I need 6 more turbine blades, and I don't think I can make them from my backpack. Pretty sure I can't. Have it that way. What does that need? That way round. Iron and nickel. It does only need iron and nickel. But I can't remember if I can make turbine blades from my backpack or not. But let's have a quick go. Iron. Let's grab a big chunk of iron actually while we're here. May as well. Iron, that'll do. Bum 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 bum. Nickel. Nickel is down here. Oh, that's regular stone. Ah, that wasn't very much nickel. Right, can we weld them up here? Oh, cool, it looks like we can. Oh, sweet. Right. Okay. In that case, you, hydrogen tank, you can go onto charge. Control panel. I thought that could transfer fuel over. Oh, I know why, Dibby, because you've not finished that. That's why it's not transferring fuel. It's not connected to anything. There we go. Right. This tank here is the one filling up, I think. That was the original one. I'm going to save scum, just in case I completely mess this up. But I think it's correct. Now I take that off there. Right. Grind that down to non-functional, just quickly. Lock can't work. Do. Right, so that one... Yeah, cool. So I've transferred the fuel correctly. What do I think of the ability to weld stuff directly from raw materials? I quite like it for the basic stuff. It does make it less tedious running back and forth waiting for stuff, because once you start getting to the advanced blocks, you do need to start producing components that you can't make from your backpack. So I quite like it. I quite like the option that you can weld up with either raw materials or scavenged components as well from your backpack. That's quite handy. Speaking of, let's weld that. And that. Right, where's my other tank? Not that way, that way. That way. Cool. Right, let's weld you. What's that, Arkaville? Less you have to look in the inventory, the happier. Yeah, I mean, I quite like that it's got a little display there that tells you the weight of the stuff that you're using or is necessary. To be honest, the only time I'm looking in my inventory now is to double check what I've got left. But the new system seems to track it all on screen quite well. Right, so what else was I going to do? Oh yeah, have I got any better thrusters yet? What hydrogen thrusters do I have? Oh cool, I've got those ones. That's exactly what I wanted. So I was going to put one of them on the front and back. I've got the two for lifting already. And I've got a few of those dotted about. Let's weld these up for now. What do I need? Cobalt. I've got a bit of cobalt on me. Apparently. I've got a bit of something. Oh, I used my bit of something. Is there cobalt in this mountain? There's nickel. There's iron. There's copper. Ah, smeg. We don't have any cobalt, do we? Damn. Right, what parts does it actually need? Maybe we can... It's going to be metal grids, isn't it? It's going to be metal grids. It's going to be metal grids. Oh, having some more iron would probably help as well. There's no metal grids in these, is there? No. No, 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 no. No. Right, well, that's as far as we're getting upgrading that for the moment. I need metal grids. And typically, there's no cobalt around here. Is there any just out here? I don't want to have to go too far. Any in the immediate vicinity? Or have you done this deliberately to wind me up? You've done it deliberately to wind me up, haven't you? Spot cobalt everywhere I go. And then when I want it, and I need it, it's not around. Typical. Oh, actually. Do I have an ore detector? Yes, I do, I think. I'm gonna slap that there. Let's put it there. What does that need? Iron, copper, silicon. Iron, copper, silicon. Fantastic. Let's get the copper first. Where are you? Are you anywhere reasonable? I don't have to go screwing around inside a mountain. Yeah, oh, it's only 10 meters. That's fine. Give me a little bit of copper. Definitely some invisible voxel issues going on with the planets. Is that copper? There we go, copper. Fantastic. Grab a nice big chunk of this. Let's get at least 500 kilos of it if we can. 424, 480. There we go, 500. That'll do. Ooh, I do need to go and recharge soon though. What else do we need? Iron and silicon. Grab a bit of that, and a bit of silicon. Cool. Right, can we do a bit of that, do a bit of that, do a bit of that. I can finish that off. Yeah. Yeah. Hang on. Logistics, it's not logistics. Communications. Comms. Can I not put it there? Has it not got a connection point there or something? That's annoying. I want it sticking out the side. It can go there. Why? Oh, is it just the battery doesn't have a connection point there? Oh, whatever. It can go there. There we go. We now have an antenna. Don't know why I didn't put one of them on sooner. Right. I ain't got no cobalt to finish them the way I want to yet. So we'll just go hand the mission in. We might find some en route. Because there ain't none here. Well, actually, is there any ice around before we leave? Nickel, copper, silicon, iron, meh, typical, no. Fine, whatever. Oh yeah, I need to redo that thrusters group. Hydrogen thrusters, group them together. Oh, hey, Space Guy Falcon. Yeah, this place is pretty cool. This is just one of the contract bases that I've come across. Oh yeah, my tank's still on stockpile, isn't it? Back to on. That's on. You know what? We should probably make a group for the H2 tanks. So H2 tanks. There we go. At some point I could do with... Oh, sugar. I've made a boo-boo. I've made a big boo-boo. I've taken all of my reverse thrust off. Oh, please don't drop out the sky when I do this. There we go. Right, you've still got forward thrust. There we go. I almost made a tragic boo-boo. I took out all my forward thrust. Or most of it, anyway. Really need some cobalt. And we have to fly through the planet. Awesome. What's that, Space Guy? Wish groups in SE worked like that. Yeah, there's quite a few little improvements they've made with the SE2 interface that I'm very much in favour of. Cobalt, right. Before we go anywhere, we are nicking some of that so I can finish these thrusters. Come here, you beauty. Nope. Let's get you locked down. Let's get those thrusters off so we can save a bit of fuel. Cobalt, right, where is it? 40 meters down. Typical. Right, well, it's better this than flying to space with all those unfinished thrusters. Yeah, man. Right, so, yeah, I have, bar the technical hiccup, been playing for over 2.5 hours now, so I'm going to go and have a quick bio break and get a fresh cup of tea once I've gotten to this cobalt and welded those thrusters up, and then when I come back, providing my internet connection hasn't had another hissy fit, back to the station and carry on for a bit. Are there underground caves? Yes, there are. There are all kinds of cool cave systems if you can find them. But yeah, there's all sorts. I've found some really cool little underground cave networks while I've been exploring the planets. Chemic's got some really cool cave systems buried in the mountains and underground and stuff. Yeah, the new voxel generation mechanics they've got in this engine, they're pretty cool. They make some really nice terrain. There's still some issues with the voxels, like invisible phantom voxels, and occasionally falling through the textures. I literally fell through the planet the other day while I was messing around in one of the survival worlds, and it was quite a struggle to dig my way out and clip back through the terrain without having to respawn a million miles away from my ship, because the ship I was playing with didn't have a respawn pod on it. A survival kit. I'm not sure whether or not Chemic will have water. To be honest, flying around Verdure or Verdure, or however it's pronounced, Cobalt, there we go. Flying around Verdure, you can kind of spot where it looks like they're going to start putting lake beds and things like that. There are certain parts of the texture that very much look like there'll be a lake bed. But with Verdure, I think it's probably going to be more like Mars in the long run, and be like desolate, rocky wasteland kind of thing, because that's the vibe it's got at the moment anyway, because it's kind of like Mars. Verdure's definitely going to have water. I mean, it's got plants, so kind of can't not have water. No, that's a dual negative. What I just said. Right, that will pretty much do for the cobalt, because there's not much left here anyway. Let's just round up the last few bits. Reconnection successful? Reconnection successful? Yeah. Don't do that to me, please, internet. Please stop doing that. That's terrifying. You gonna sort yourself out again? Yeah, okay. Right, back to normal. Bloody internet connection. Not happy tonight. Sorry to the people that are watching on Twitch and keep getting the signal, the stream completely disconnected. We all back again? Everything in the green again? Looks like it. Oh, smeg, I need iron now, don't I? Did I have any iron left in here? Yes, I did, a big chunk of it. Right, that's another one on the front. Cool. That's another one on the back. Awesome. Dum 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 dum. Do we have enough left to do that? Oh, it's functional though, that's fine. Apparently functional. Oh, I turned them all off. Yeah, it's fine. It is functional. Okay, cool. Right, I need to recharge in-game. And I also... did I not activate the spectator mode? Apparently I did not activate the spectator mode. Right, I'm going to sit here in this ship for a few minutes. What's that, Akane? You lost a mate during a recording session last night due to the internet giving out. Came back this afternoon. Yeah, my internet's been a bit ropey the last week or two, but that's because my internet provider's merged with another one recently. But yeah, I will be back in a couple of minutes. I'm just going to get a fresh brew and a quick bio break, so don't go anywhere. We will fly back to the station and carry on with this nonsense in a minute. So, back in a second. Right, I am back. Cool, right, fresh cup of tea. What are we on? 39%. Let's turn everything back on then. Thrusters on. There we go, everything's working. Sweet. You need to put some more side thrust on it eventually. But we'll do that in a bit. Right, what's the quickest way to the other side of the planet? It's that way. Yeah, speaking of water, if you fly at a reasonable altitude, you will see an awful lot of these murky looking kind of greyed out areas, and a lot of them tend to have a line that's pretty consistent altitude all the way around. I suspect that this is going to be full of water at some point in the near future. Because there's a lot of these things, a lot of these big patches of just grey area that look like they will probably be lake beds and things. Just my personal little theory. Right. Ugh, 120 kilometers, that is a long way. Yeah, let's get up into the... Let's get up and out of the gravity well. Really need an altimeter as well, so we know how high we are off the ground properly. Because, as far as I know, there isn't one yet. There's no real way of knowing how high off the ground you are. Or how close to the ground you are. Depending on your perspective. Oh, what's that, Niffy Mowgli? You thought the same. It really looks like the bottom of a lake bed or a seabed. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because are we at a decent height for it? That's a big mountain over there. Like, yeah, you see all of this brown patch. You get loads of these. I think this is going to be like a big ocean with like rivers and lakes connecting it. Because again, over there in the middle of the desert over there, just behind my ship, there's another patch like that. And if you tinker around with the mods and the creative settings, there are mentions of oceans in the water controls. I've not played with them myself because I can't really be arsed messing with anything too game breaking right now, but yeah. I mean, look at that mountain there. That I totally reckon that mountain sticking out there is going to be sticking out of an ocean eventually. That's just my theory though. This is going to be a great big ocean that will probably want to kill your graphics card. We'll definitely accelerate and burn through fuel faster now with two big hydrogen thrusters on the back. Oh, what are we looking at? 100 kilometers away. I'm not too interested in unknown signals at the moment. I want to get through these contracts. I want to try and get to Chemic. Possibly in this stream, maybe. And when did I start? I started about 8. It's just gone 10:30. I might go till midnight. So like another hour and a half maybe. See how far we get. Right. We're not far off. Let's get out of that gravity well. And then we can just drift all the way back to the station. Right, 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, 0.6. There we go. Right. We are out of the gravity well. More or less. No, let's stay focused. Let's get back to that contract. So tempting to go and investigate unknown signals, but all they really are in this at the moment is just random encounters with a little bit of loot and stuff. Not really anything that I can't find in other places at the moment. And planet generation is very pretty now, compared to SE1. Right. Let's slow down a bit. Let's go this way. Clearing that gravity well. Yeah, we're going up slightly. Cool. Right. The burn, slow down, head forwards. Right, hopefully we don't get sucked back into the gravity again. Speed up a little bit. Luckily we get a free refuel back at Velation Station, so I just need to make that 30% last me back to the base. Why can I stick some other thrusters on this thing when I get the chance? Oh, I've got an idea. Yeah, and I want to get some armour on it as well to cover the tank slightly. Yeah, I've got a few ideas of what I can do with that eventually. It is terrifying flying past things at 1,000 kilometers an hour, though. If you haven't got the reverse thrust for it, you can go splat on an asteroid quite easily now. Like that there. If you're not on the ball, the asteroids come out of the asteroids come out of nowhere before you even know it. Right, I've been burning in that direction for long enough. Let's slow down a bit and give it another straight burn. Straight forwards. There we go. Yeah, look at that. That just spawned out the distance there. We're going quite fast. Oh, I can't wait until we get rotors and hinges and things. I really cannot wait to hear more about VS 2.2. Yeah, as I was saying before, the main aim of this stream series is going to be setting up a base, factory, workshop type thing while we wait for things like subgrids and timers and event controllers. I really, really hope they bring event controllers into this. They are probably my favourite block. Kilometers, alright, not too bad. We are getting there. We are slowly getting there. Dooby-dooby-doo. Come on. We'll be there soon enough. Right, let's take another burn off that. Let's line ourselves up again. Straighten up a bit. Fly forwards again. Cool. Oh, hello there, she-balls. Hello. Don't understand subgrids. How would that work in SE2 and why would we need them? If you want to have moving parts on your ships or rovers or bases or anything like that, then that's what subgrids are for. If you want to start building cranes or big retractable doors or robots like what I like doing in Space Engineers 1, then subgrids are very important. They're the next big thing that are coming with the next update to SE2 reportedly. There's been a few little teasers of I think some rotors and some pistons, and they are the next thing I'm super excited about for SE2. It's one of the things I've been really, really waiting for is subgrids. That and the logic blocks. Once I've got subgrids and logic blocks, and now the planets to play with them on, I will be very, very happy. Just need to get those rotors and the subgrid mechanics. Right, so let's turn this contract in and then see how terrifyingly far away the next mission is. It's going to be something horrific again, isn't it? Probably. Oh, it's nice being able to slow down properly now. Oh, and we're upside down with the station. There's a landing pad. There's a landing pad. Oop. Yeah, we definitely need to get more side thrust. All this new weight definitely needs some more side thrusters. There we go. Nice full tanks of hydrogen. Sweet, right, let's turn this mission in. Turn this in, see where the next one takes us. Hopefully closer to unlocking the fast travel to Chemic. Oop, wrong side. Contract, supply base, completed. Colonization progress achieved. Space movement tier 1 unlocked. Cool. You thought vertical slice 2.2 was just function blocks like piston hinge rotor. Well, yeah, a subgrid is technically another grid attached to another grid, so the second you put a rotor on something and start building off that, it is technically a subgrid. So yeah, subgrids mechanics is going to be the next big thing. I mean, it'd be pointless putting rotors and pistons into the game without subgrid mechanics as well. If they're just non-functional blocks, I will be upset. Right, we've got more missions. 60%. Okay. We are looking to build a manufacturing facility on the planet. Of course you are. The excavation site on... Is that on a planet? Probably on a planet. I can see moss. We'll just grab that one. Last two missions, I think. What were they? Were they worth 20% each? Yeah, 20% each, last two missions. Okay. We can get these two done, then we unlock the fast travel to the wrong side of the station. To Chemic. Where is it? 100 kilometers that way. Of course it's back on the planet. Why wouldn't it be? Well, at least we've got loads of fuel now. 100 kilometers. That's gonna be the other side of the planet. So it's only like 30 kilometers to the surface. Cool, okay. Let's fly that way then. Yeah, it shouldn't take that long, hopefully. Yeah, I absolutely cannot wait for subgrids to be a thing in this game. I'm really excited to try and start building robots with the new block sizes and the new way that grid sizes don't matter anymore. It's just all about where the connection points are. I'm really hoping we get mechanical blocks in a variety of sizes as well. The only screenshots they've really teased so far have been what you'd consider large grid. Very, very big. Seen an image in one of Marek's dev diaries. Oop, I lose an altitude. Seen an image of one of Marek's dev diaries that had a piston that was 20 meters long, which is quite impressive, but I hope we get some smaller ones to make more compact mechanical things. I really hope they, the devs shift their stance on the 25 centimeter blocks being decorative. I want them to be functional. I want tiny hinges to build tiny little robots with. But if I don't find them, I will just have to figure out how to mod them. Right, we are out of that gravity well now. We can fly fairly safely, I think. Fairly happily. Keep an eye on that gravity meter. Yeah, 'cause I mean, look at that there. Going back to the discussion about lakes and water, that there looks like it's prime to be a lake bed. Same as that, all that darkened terrain there. I've got sneaking suspicions. And again there, look. River, big lake basin. I totally reckon that's where all the water features are going to be. Oh crap, asteroids. Let's pay more attention. We don't want to get slammed into an asteroid by mistake. Yeah, I totally reckon those are lake beds. That's my theory anyway. Those asteroids are a little bit close. Bit close to that gravity well again, maybe. 67 kilometers to go. Not too bad. Yeah, I've got like I was saying before, I've got really high hopes for mech building in SE2. The new block sizes and mechanics combined with the 20 meter a second damage limiter. That's going to make a huge difference to mech building. Let's do another forward burn. And away we go. I wonder how long it'll be before we get things like AI blocks and remote controls and stuff. Because I want to be able to automate things like flight paths and docking systems and all kinds of drones and things. I'm curious about all of the computer blocks. Particularly the event controllers. Event controllers are almost as important to me as the mechanical blocks, because I need the event controllers to make the mechanical blocks do stuff. Have I played the new MW clans? What's that? With Seawolf. I have no idea what that is, so the answer is probably no. I'm losing altitude again. Oh, Mech Warrior clans, obviously. No, I've got Mech Warrior Mercenaries on my computer. I occasionally play and stream that. I've not played clans. I'm not massively into online stuff particularly. Only in certain circumstances, really. So yeah, I've not really played clans, because that's the... Is that the online one? The one that's more kind of co-op or PvP focused. Because I really enjoy Mech Warriors Mercenaries. But that's because I can just play that by myself. Just me and my little team of robot dudes. Are we good there? Right, let's do another forward burn. 40 kilometers. No, it's not too bad. Oh, we are going to be on the dark side of the planet, though. Groovy. Maybe that's something I should build on this ship, is landing lights. Some spotlights that point down so I can see where the ground is in the dark. That'd probably be a good idea. 30 kilometers, right. That's not far at all, then. Let's slow down. Another forward burn. Yeah, cool, right, that's not far at all. Yeah, MechWarrior's Clans was a purely story-based game, was it? Oh, right. Yeah, I've not played too many of the MechWarrior games. I've played Mercenaries 5. I've got that. I've played that quite a bit recently. I quite enjoy that, but can't say I've played any of the other MechWarrior games. They are good though. Well, what I've seen of MechWarriors 5 is a lot of fun. Right, let's just start descending. Get that camera back in a more reasonable position. There we go. Yeah, other big thing with SE2 that I can't wait for is toolbar controls in cockpits and control seats. We don't have them at the moment, so there's no real way of doing stuff with your grids without going into the control panel and messing with stuff bit by bit, which is a bit of a nuisance at the moment. I'd really like to be able to actually control stuff properly. Right. Less than 10 kilometers. Cool. That took long enough. Yeah, an altimeter would be good, because it's really hard to tell what angle you're at when you're on a planet. Am I pointing nose down? Am I upside down? Am I on my side? The only way to tell, really, is to nose up and look at the horizon. Oh, the clouds make the game lag. Right, what have we got at this place? Manufacturing facility. Right, they've got iron and cobalt here. I can probably get some more thrusters on the ship. I definitely need a bit more side. Oop, oop. Got plenty of, yeah, I've got plenty of forward and backward. I just need a bit more side thrust. And a bit more down. Right, lock down there. Thrusters can go off to save fuel. What are we doing? Oh, it's this place. I remember this place. Oh, no worries, mate. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for interacting and saying hello. Right, gold. Power module. Ooh, gold. Lovely. Finish construction of the manufacturing hall. Yeah, I remember this mission. This is the one that breaks if you get carried away doing what I'm doing right now. So, let's let's go and fix this stuff. Yeah, I remember. Fix thing. What does it need? Steel plate. Gold thread, steel plate, or iron. We got any other goodies knocking about? Nope, not up there. What's in here? Ah. More gold thread, more med kits that I don't really need. Don't need another power module. Just end up with a million of them. Oh yeah, that's the door I need to fix later. Let's just go and get some iron, unless I've got... What have I got in the ship? Have I got anything in here of any use? Not particularly. Let's get rid of that. And get rid of some other stuff. Right, let's just go and grab a load of iron. Yeah, power's off in here. Oh yeah, that battery needs fixing. Copper and lead and things. I might have the lead in it already, actually. Oh yeah, the mine's over here. Well, that door is locked because that needs a power module. Right, I've got some... Oh, there's a power module right there. There we go. Groovy. Ah, iron. And more iron. Right, let's see if that's enough to do the things we need to do. That's enough to do the thing. It's enough to do that thing. It's functional. Silicon, nickel, copper. Wire, steel plate. Oh, I'll just go and get some bits. Iron, copper, silicon, nickel. Iron, copper, silicon, nickel, cobalt. Groovy. Everything I want is in here. Copper. Let me through. Awesome. There we go. Big pile of copper. Right, we'll grab that for the moment. Get some nickel. Some silicon. No, that's just stone. What's in there? Ooh, a little bit of iron. Oh, big patch of iron right there. Right, let's see if that was enough bits to do what I need to finish off in here. Ooh, that sunset's lovely, isn't it? Alright, there we go, that's online. We need to get gold for that. What do we need? We need loads more nickel, loads more gold, loads more iron. Silicon, right, iron, gold, nickel. Okie doke. Where was the gold? I'm sure there was gold around there. I saw a gold signal somewhere. Ah, there it is, 100 meters that way. Okay. Let's grab a bit more iron then. I think I've got to go... Yeah, I've got to go past my ship anyway. I can dump some stuff in there. Yeah, gold's all the way over there. Cool. Let's ditch. Let's ditch those parts. Oh, the game is lagging a little bit. There we go. Yeah, we'll ditch that for now. Gold. Right. Inside this cave? Ah. Yeah, the cave mechanics that they've got going so far are pretty good. Ah, wicked. Gold. Ooh, not a massive amount of gold though. Ooh, not a massive amount of gold at all. Hopefully. Nope, didn't get anything out of that. Hopefully it's enough to do what we need to do. And that is all of that gold deposit. Wasn't amazing. Hopefully that's enough. Right. But we only needed 40, that's fine. That should be plenty. We do need considerably more nickel though. I forgot about that. There's some nickel. Haha! Lots of it. What did that say? Like 800 kilos of it or something. I'll just fill up on nickel. Let's see if it's enough. There we go. Right, is that enough? Hopefully. Yep, there we go. Nickel, silicon, gold, functional. Right. 12 plates, 8 wires. 12 plates. have some iron. Make me some plates. Where have those plates gone? They gone into here? Where have the plates gone? What have you done with them steel plates? They go through to this container over here. Oh, right. Oh, smelter output. I was looking in the wrong thing. That's what I was doing. I forget the smelters have got a little output box here. What was the other thing? 8... Oh, heavy duty plates. We make the heavy duty plates here. What would we need for that? Iron. Right. We'll have to go and mine some more iron probably. Right, 12 heavy duty plates. Read the thing properly. And then 8 wires from here. Right, okay. And we'll chuck some copper in there, and hopefully that's everything it needs. You have an output, or do you go to that container as well? You've made me 5. You need more iron. Right, well, I've got the wires. Let's go and grab a little bit more iron for those plates then. Where's the iron? There it is, 20 meters away. There it is. Iron, iron, iron. Get out of first person view for a little bit. There we go. Right. That should be enough. Bum, 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 bum. Just dump that in there. Right. Is that enough? 10, 11... 12 heavy duty plates. Cool. Fix 2 batteries. Sweet. Right.
Inventory full.
I'll be back for that stuff in a minute. In fact, actually. Just chuck that away, so... where are the batteries? Batteries, batteries, batteries. One of them is over here. That's one. And then the other one is here. Cool. Right. Completed. Wicked. Let's go and get those bits. I don't want to leave that behind.
Inventory full.
Yeah, that's all I can fit in my inventory. I'll just take that with me for now. Everywhere I go, I want to scavenge a little bit more resources each time, so that by the time we get to Chemic, we've got a good amount of stuff to build with. Yeah, there we go, that can live in there. Right, back to the station, and then one more mission, hopefully. Oh, a little bit of a load spike. Oop, another load spike. Might have to reset the game again. Thrusters. On. Right, yeah, I think I might have to reset the game again. It's getting all load spiky. Yeah, right. I'll just quickly reload it and hope it doesn't break the stream. Yes. Right, let's give it a quick reload. Right, come on, SE2. We're all waiting on you. Yeah, as much fun as SE2 is at the moment, still got some memory leak issues. So it can make your system start chugging a little bit occasionally. Give me 1 second. Yeah, it's probably making my computer go a little bit mad right now. I might have to reload that the long way. So let's reload it that way. Because it's currently making my CPU and my memory spike in the high 90s. Fun. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a bit of a resource hog at the moment, this game. But then again, alpha, it's not massively optimized. Yeah. Seems slightly better. Well, we'll see how far we get. If the game decides to explode and crash and die, then Keen can buy me a new computer. Where was... Oh, yeah, before I go flying a million miles away, I want to put a few more thrusters on this ship. Because it's a bit twitchy in certain directions. And this place has currently got the resources to make that a bit easier. Right, what was I going to do? What was the plan? Oh, yeah. Right, so... Where is it? Small ones. Oh, you're just going to give me grief about putting blueprints on blueprints, aren't you? Have I got iron in my inventory? No. No, I do. Which way? That way. Did I do that the right way? Yes, I did. You seem to be funny about putting blueprints on blueprints sometimes. Not quite sure what the deal is there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. Alright, let's get these welded. And same on the side. And hopefully there's enough cobalt on here in the area to get a few more side thrusters on here. Because up and, well, down is still a bit of an issue as well. Right, so, thrusters, little ones, row of them there, another one on the back, because why not, one of them there, row of them there, I was going to stick you on here. So we've got extra up and down. Well, yeah, extra up and down. Someone there, and I might have to fly it up to get underneath there. Yeah, I will do. How was I going to get extra up? Extra down, rather, other than them. Don't want to just put another row on top of that. That'll look a bit weird. You know what? I'll weld up what I've got for now. Cobalt, that's the other thing, isn't it? Iron and cobalt. Got a bit of that there. We are going to have to go and dig some more out though. Oh, and I need to put another one on there. Yeah, that'll do for the moment. Right, let's start here. 35 and 45, so I can get a decent amount with 500 kilos of each. Right, I'm gonna have to go and get some more resources in a minute. Oh, I'm surprised I got through all of them. Can we finish off that last one on this side? Have we got just enough? Yes, we have. And that's pretty much the limit. Cobalt, iron. Let's go grab some more of that. Iron is there, cobalt's there. Awesome. That's another nice chunk of iron. Where's the cobalt? Here it is. Oh, that's just the wall. Yeah, I do quite like the backpack welding mechanics for the simple stuff. Still can't decide whether I miss the stone mining or not, because there's been a few occasions where I have really, really needed some iron, or some silicon, or some nickel, and there's not been any around easily accessible. And I could have really done with being able to refine a little bit of iron and refine a little bit of stone and filter out a bit of those resources, but it's not been a massive issue. Here's an interesting change though. Right, let's weld the last of these thrusters. And I'll probably have just enough time to get to the station once more. And then I might end up calling the stream quits there for this evening. Because that'll have been probably about 4 hours. I didn't actually intend to go for this long, but I'm enjoying myself, but I do have to go to bed at some point soon. So I'll finish these thrusters and fly back to base, or fly back to Velation Station. And to be honest, I might stream some more Space Engineers 2 tomorrow. I'll have to have a look into it. Ah, we've run out of cobalt. There's more down there, 100 meters down there. How do we get 100 meters down there? Is there a cave or something? There's usually a cave or something. There's a little dip there. Is there not a cave? I've noticed a lot of the time when you've got underground resources like that, there's usually some kind of cave access somewhere that'll get you close. Ooh, ow! That is my head on the ceiling. Is it through the mine? Or do I just have to tunnel 60 meters through the bedrock to get to that cobalt? Oh, actually, there is a little bit left over here, apparently. Oh, there's a little bit left. Is it a reasonable, usable amount? Warheads. Ah, yeah, warheads. That would be a fun thing to have. That is about it for that cobalt. And that was only 54. That is not going to get me as far as I want it to. Bum bum bum. There's no way through this time, is there? I have to drill. Drill, baby, drill. Through the voxels to get to that cobalt. Damn. Where was the closest point? 30 meters there. Do. 40 meters there. Yeah. They are both as much of a pain as each other. But it is marginally closer this way. Fine. We'll do it that way. Although we have to fight with the phantom voxels. Because it kind of feels like you have to dig stuff out twice sometimes. Like, I am quite clearly drilling thin air. There we go. It's coming out in chunks. Yeah, I think the voxel mechanics still need a little bit of work. There's a lot of phantom voxel business going on. I'm getting stuck on invisible rocks. Ooh, my energy is really low. Oh dear. I'm gonna have to go back to the ship. It's gonna run out before I get anywhere near that. Fighting with gravity. Oh, hang on, have I got a power kit on me? Jetpack fuel, med kit, suit battery. F to consume. There we go. Forgot about that. Where was the hole I was digging? There it is. Yeah, there's definitely some phantom voxel stuff going on. Grass? Dirt? Am I near the surface again? Have I just dug a weird way around to something that's easily accessible from somewhere else? Why am I digging through topsoil now? There we go. A bit of cobalt. Ah. There we go. Can we get through, please? There we go. Right. Digging out the cobalt. Right, let's grab a big lump of this stuff. We fill our inventory with it so I don't have to do this again for a while. Can we get just enough? Not getting much. Yeah, right, I think that's... Oh, no, there's a bit of cobalt left there. You're actually going to give me some? We're just going to bug out with fake voxels. 8. Right, that's pretty much that, isn't it? Yep, that's that. Oop. How do I get out again? Dig my way through the fake voxels. There we go. Right. Let's finish off the ship. Where is it? There it is. Where were we? We got to those two. Right. That will look daft if I do that. Not really keen on the idea of just sticking some giant thrusters on there like that. That'll look a bit silly. I've got a few more down thrusters in. You know, I might do something like that. And something like that for now, for just an extra little bit. Have I got the bits to get away with it? Yep. 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 They're on. Cool. Right, and then at some point I'll get around to greebling all of this nonsense, making it look cooler. Though, these bits here do need to be a different colour. Yeah, I do like the way the paint gun works. It's pretty accurate when you're aiming at stuff. Yeah, that'll do for now. Right, let's get out of here. Oh, I need to set up the new thrusters though first. Need to reset that group again because I don't think I can add thrusters into a new group yet. No, you have to separate it first and remake the group. Unfortunately. Bit disappointing. Thrusters. Alright, that should be everything on now. Cool. Right, the sun's on the way up as well. Where are we going? That way. Oh, that's a little bit better. It doesn't feel quite as sluggish going left and right now. Cool. Right, let's get out of this atmosphere. Get into orbit. That's a pretty shot, isn't it? Take a screenshot of that as we go up. Very pretty. Right, what are we on? Half a G, nearly there. Halfway up. That's a point. I need to keep an eye out for asteroids appearing above me. Yeah, so I've got pretty much the foundation of the upgrades I wanted to make to this ship. Quite happy with that. I just need to do a load of greeble into it, make it look cooler. Right, we are out of the gravity well. Where are we going? We're going that way. Let's aim away from the gravity well a little bit. Hopefully not get sucked back into it. And away we go. And try to keep an eye out for asteroids. Because they are mighty dangerous at these speeds now. I've had a couple of close calls with the asteroids, flying between planets and stations. Yeah, I hope we get some conveyor converters with more small grid ports on them. Or what, 50 centimeter ports, I think they are now. Because having it with just that one right on the top is handy, but it'd be useful to have some more on other sides. Alright, what are we doing in relation to that planet? Not looking too bad. Oop, there's another fast moving asteroid. Oof. Yeah, you don't be slamming into that at these speeds. One thing you still have to look out for. Right, what's the angle like with that planet? Alright, we can slow down again in a second and do another straight burn towards the station. Get rid of that stuff from my inventory. Yeah, let's slow down a bit there. How are we looking? We'll probably get caught in that. Let's nose up a little bit. There we go. What are we on? 90 kilometers to my asteroid base. Is that... I can't see past the marker. Is that 80 something? Yeah, shouldn't be too far. Yeah, I definitely think those dark brown patches are going to be water features of some description. Lakes, oceans, riverbeds, things like that. The way they're placed, it just screams lake bed or ocean bed. Oof. Asteroids close by. Yeah, very close by. How are we looking? Are we looking clear of that gravity well? Straight run? Not quite yet. Let it go a little bit further. Oh wow, there's loads of unknown signals knocking around about here. Presume they're just using a similar kind of mechanics to the random encounters in SE1. Right. Let's do a slow down burn. Let's get slowed down. Groovy. Do think I'll still just about catch that gravity well, though. And there is an asteroid right in the way. Oh no, it's underneath us, that's fine. Maybe a little stab up. Oh, hey Ledner, how you doing, man? I'm doing good. I'm just on my way back to this station. I've got one more mission to do before we can unlock the route to Chemic. And I might save that for tomorrow's stream, because I'm planning to do a little bit more of this tomorrow. I've not really got anything planned for Saturday, so I thought I'd stream a little bit more of this if today went alright, and bar the little technical difficulty earlier, it's gone alright. And then Sunday I will be doing more of my Apex Mechs survival thing on Pertum. Yeah, I definitely want to play more of this. I want to get to Chemic and start getting my Skull Fortress set up. Because I've been dying to go and build a base there since I've seen the screenshots of the Skull Mountain. Aren't we on 30 kilometers? That asteroid's getting a bit close for comfort. Not too bad. A little bit close for comfort. There we go. 30 kilometers. Right, that's not far. Let's see how far off this last mission is. If it's not too far, I'll do it now. If it's another 1,000,000 miles away and it's going to take me 20 minutes to get there, I'll leave it for tomorrow. But we'll see what this last mission gives us. "20 kilometers. Not bad. Nearly there. Let's slow down a bit. Straighten up a little bit. Yeah, definitely need to figure out an interesting way to greeble this thing up. Make it look a little bit cooler. I want to put some wings on it of some description. And a little bit of armor paneling to make it a little bit more robust. Slightly worried about those exposed tanks at the back. Right, nearly back. Ooh. The load spikes are back again. But that might have something to do with me travelling at 900 kilometers an hour. It tends to get a bit moody with the loading when you're going really quickly. So let's slow down a bit. Cool, right, which way round's the station? It's that way round. Right. And we're back. Ooh. A little bit off there. Oop, easy now. Oh, don't give me the connecting bug now. Thank you. Right, is that refueling again? Yeah, it's refueling again. Sweet. Right, let's turn this mission in. You're not on board with the increased braking power. Feels very SC1 EA era. Yeah, I think the inertial dampening on the thrusters is a little bit heavy-handed. I think it slows you down a little bit too quickly. It kind of makes flight feel slightly sluggish. Yeah, I feel the inertial dampening could do with being tweaked down a little bit. Right, that's another contract done. Energy storage 3 unlocked. That means I can do the big batteries, engineering, excavation. Accept the mission, and it's 60 kilometers away. That's actually not too bad. Where's 60 kilometers? How far is that? Oh, that's only the horizon over there, isn't it? Just past it. Yeah, let's go do that last mission. We'll go do that last mission. That's the last 20% of the progress that we need. I'll go and do that. And then we should be able to fast travel to the chemic system. And then... yeah, I'll do that. Yep, I'll do this last mission. May as well. And then we'll end the stream on the Skull Mountain, hopefully. And then tomorrow, when I come back to it, I can hopefully make a start on doing the base. So the first thing I'm going to need to do, I'm going to need to set up some kind of little production facility and docking station for this ship. Because I need to be able to refuel it. And I need to start being able to mass produce some of the parts I'm going to need. Because you need some particular stuff. Oop, gravity well. Gravity well. Yeah, I've noticed it does help setting up a base if you've got a smelter and an assembler set up. Because you will come across some parts that you need from them. So yeah, 50 kilometers, that's not too bad. Alright, let's get out of this gravity well. Let's get way above it. Oh yeah, it's only on the top of that mountain ridge, isn't it? That's not too bad at all. Let's slow down that way a little bit. There we go. Right. Try that again. Yeah, I would like it if they turn the inertial dampeners down a little bit. It does feel a little bit abrupt at times. Imagine that, what's that, Archville? You imagine they will tweak some settings once they have... Yeah, once there's more mechanics and stuff in the game. Yeah, everything in SE2 at the moment is pretty much placeholder for more complex stuff to come down the line. Because we've got the basics of, like, functional conveyor systems now. But, like, for instance, the sorters don't work, though. The sorters are purely cosmetic at the moment. They're there, but there's no sorting mechanics in place. So, sooner or later, that'll get added. That'll be nice, being able to organise materials. I wonder if they'll do anything different, actually, with the way that things like sorters and conveyor organisation works, or will work. Because yeah, even like the O2H2 generators and the fuel tanks, they all feel a little bit overpowered, god mode kind of thing at the moment. You get a surprising amount of hydrogen in a pair of in these tanks. We're in the gravity well again. You know what? We're only 20 kilometers away. We may as well start descending. What's that? Acne Empire, like fixed amounts of resources or conditional sorting connected to event blocks. Yeah, anything like that. I mean, they're sort of like revamping a lot of the other like building mechanics and stuff like that. So I'm curious if they'll revamp or rework any of the like established stuff from Space Engineers 1. Like, for example, the mechanical blocks, rotors and hinges and things like that. I'm really curious to see how well they're going to work in SE2. And what differences there might be using them. I'm absolutely dying to build robots in this game. 2.2 can't come soon enough, as far as I'm concerned. The clouds make my game lag. It might get a bit laggy for a minute while we get through this layer of clouds. Yep. Lag in, lag in, lag in. Get out the clouds. Might have to reset the game again. Memory leaks are getting out of hand. Also might have something to do with I'm trying to fly at 1,000 meters a second. Let's slow down a bit. Or 1,000 meters, 1,000 kilometers an hour. Yeah, it's lagging like a mofo. What's that? Arkville, you did notice when you blueprint a grid with another grid attached, both are saved in the blueprint, but the extra grid isn't buildable. The fact that it saves the subgrid shows promise. Yeah. I mean, attached grids by connectors will be... Yeah, it's just lagging. Right, hang on. I'm gonna have to save and reload. It's just lagging all over the show. Yeah. Lag. Can I descend a bit? Or no, you're just gonna keep lagging. Right, I need to reload. Game is just saved. Right, let's reload. Yeah. I didn't mean to press that button, but whatever. Give that a second to hopefully calm itself down. Yeah. What's that? Arcanite Empire. When water comes, will you make an actually working hydraulic mech system? Absolutely. I've been thinking a lot about that, seeing Marek's dev diary teasers about the water mechanics. Again, that's another thing I'm really interested to see how it works in SE2, is how subgrids and water physics and things like that are going to work. Will I be able to make a robotic shark that can swim mechanically, or will I have to fit it with thrusters? That's one of the things I'm curious about. Right, did that help at all? Are we still lagging the hell out? There we go. Right, that seemed to have helped. Ever so slightly. Giant mech squid would be cool. Yes, it certainly would. Again, that's why I'm curious about what and hopefully when things like AI blocks, like custom turret controllers and things will turn up. Because you can make like AI tentacles with custom turret controllers and a whole load of hinges and rotors and stuff. I have experimented with that kind of thing. Yay, skullface. Right, what am I doing here? Locate excavation site to finish construction of unfinished blocks. Right, let's get in here. Let's grab some stuff while we are here. What am I fixing? Stuff up here. What stuff needs fixing? Oh, right, I remember this one. There's loads of stuff that needs fixing. Ugh. Batteries. That's what I need to focus on. Let's get the power back up. Iron and silicon. We got any goodies? Electronic parts. Compressors, they're actually handy for stuff. Ugh, iron and silicon. Where is iron? Iron is there. Have they talked about ice freezing mechanics? I don't think so yet. I mean, obviously there's ice in the game. Oh, lagging. Yeah, obviously there's ice in the game, and there's like basic like temperature environmental stuff in SE1. So maybe might be a thing in the future. It'd be interesting. Silicon, 50 meters that way. Through the hole. Oh, game's lagging again. Yeah, I think 4-hour streams might be a little bit much with SE2 at the moment, the way it has memory leak issues. It starts getting quite laggy after about 3 or 4 hours. Maybe SE2 might have to be shorter streams. Is that a little bit more silicon? No, it's not. It's just stone now. Right. Batteries, batteries, batteries. Let's get you fixed. I want to get to Chemic. I want to go to bed. But we're almost there. So let's keep it going. Let's get to Chemic. What do you need? Compressors. Oh yeah, I need to start building compressors probably, don't I? That's got power. That is now open. There's compressors in there. Cobalt. Nickel. What parts? Metal grids. Yeah. Cobalt and nickel. And more iron. Is that way. Iron is that way. Let's grab some more iron en route. Nope. Internet connection's going a bit wonky. Trying to calm yourself down, internet connection. Try and let me get to the end of this stream. Thank you. Right, let's grab that. And a little bit of cobalt. Yeah, we'll go weld up what we can for the moment. What was it? Ah, nickel. Typical. That's the thing I need first. Oh, for Pete's sake. I'm gonna put some of that stuff in there and make myself some room for a little bit of nickel. I didn't mean to drop that. Oh, there's no more room in there. Whatever. What did I need? Nickel, nickel, nickel. Nickel? Any of that around here? Ah, there's some. Right, there we go. Lednair, good hunting. Are you off, are you, mate? If you are, see you next time. Like I said, I'll be streaming some more of this tomorrow, probably. Right, that's up and running. What else needed to get up and running? I thought I fixed this battery. Oh, it was the battery directly underneath it. I didn't spot that. Oop. Lag. Right, that battery's done. Oh yeah, that drill. What did we need for that? Copper. Copper, copper, copper. 30 meters. Ah, cool. That's handy. Oop. Cool, give me some copper. More. Right, hopefully that's enough. Is that enough? Yeah, that's enough. Fantastic, right. What's that? Clear path to excavation site. Where are we going? This way. Construct battery. Should have enough bits for that. There we go. What we got here? Oh, we need to dig through here, don't we? Right. What's left? What's left? Oh, drill through here as well. Right, what's in here? We need to build more stuff, don't we? Yes, we do. More batteries and another drill. What have we got in the box? More compressors. Let's take some bits, see what we get. Right, that's functional, that'll do. More iron or steel plates. Iron. Hundreds of meters below me. I'm not drilling all the way down there. I'll just go back the way I came. There was iron back there. Take forever to drill through all of that. Bum. In fact, this is probably the iron that's over there. Ah, there we go. Bum. Should be enough, hopefully. Now we want gravel back. Do we want gravel back? I mean, it is an absolute pain because it's not very useful for many things. To get that off the ground, yeah, that's up and running. Got enough to finish that off. Yep, that's up and running. Cool. Contract completed. Right, let's get out of here. Get back there. Hopefully get to Chemic before either my computer explodes or the internet decides to die once and for all. Oh god, there's a lot of signals cluttering up that screen now. No bits of anything in there. You know what, I can't be asked grabbing anything. I'll find all the stuff en route. There'll be plenty of it. Well, what's in there? Oh yeah, I checked in that. Ooh, lovely sunrise again. Yeah, let's dump all of that stuff again. Thrusters on. Parking off. Carefully fly away so we don't smash into the big rock that's overhanging us. What's that, Arcane? Maybe not the gravel, but the trace amounts of extraction. Yeah, that's what I was saying before. I do miss it as a kind of stopgap for when you're in a pinch and can't quite find one of the base resources that you really need. Oh yeah, I need to add a few more gyros to this thing as well at some point. Where's the base? It's over there, right. Let's get out of the atmosphere. Yeah, again, go back to what I was saying about lake beds. You can't tell me those big pits right there aren't going to be lakes in the near future. Look at them. That's my theory anyway. Oh, right, we've got plenty of fuel to make it there. We've got plenty of thrust to get there. It's only 70 kilometers away, and then we should be able to fast travel. And then, from what I remember, the route to the Skull Mountain isn't that far from the Chemic Station, if I remember that correctly. It's not too difficult to get to. Yeah, Arcanine, they're definitely lakes, aren't they? That's what I thought as soon as I saw them. And from the way they're spread out across this planet, it looks like there's gonna be a fair bit of water on this planet. Potentially all kinds of like lakes and rivers and things. I wonder what that's going to be like and how badly it's going to eat people's computers when it's generated. Yes, yeah, Arkaville, I've noticed that as well. There's definitely some like beaches and coastlines and things going on in a few places. Some fjords and like rivers running through mountain ranges. I mean, the new terrain generation is fantastic. Like, with all the cave systems and mountains and what are obviously going to be lakes and rivers and things. We've got plenty of fuel. I can easily afford to just burn straight through the atmosphere towards the base. We're at a decent height. The cloud textures aren't making my game lag too much. What's that, Arcanine? You will possibly not stop working on water-themed projects ever again. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what the water mechanics offer in terms of like gameplay and stuff. Because they've made a big show of, yeah, well that's it. That's another thing, Arkville. They've said water, like waterfalls and things, will be a thing, and they've shown off the water physics and like fluid dynamics and stuff. So I'm wondering if there'll be any sort of physical interaction with blocks and grids. Whether there'll be a way to use water flow to do things. Yeah, either way, it'll be interesting when it finally arrives. Because they've shown off a few snapshots as well of like, spiking. They've shown off a few sneaky, lagging again, screenshots of some underwater plant life and stuff. So I'm quite curious to see what the deeper bodies of water are going to be like. In terms of like underwater terrain and stuff like that. With load spiking again, because it's loading the station bit by bit. Probably. Right, 13 kilometers. Not far to go. There will be some people have spawned water in it to move blocks. Cool. Yeah, I've not really played with the water mechanics and stuff that are tucked away in the game. I'm not really interested in messing with that stuff until it's at a properly playable level. Also, I don't want to completely break my game. Because I imagine screwing around with the water physics too much is going to be a little bit heavy on your graphics card and your processor and your poor computer in general. Whee. Yeah, I need a little bit more side thrust as well. Still need a bit more. Try and squeeze some in at some point. Right, which way round are we? I never come in the right way round. I'm always upside down, and I think I'm upside down again. Where are we? Oh no, we're the right way round for a change. Fantastic. Yeah, I wish the dampeners were a little bit softer. Because even... yeah, they just seem a little bit sharp. Even on the sides that haven't got as much thrust, it still feels a little bit sluggish. But anyway, let's land. Let's turn in this last mission. Let's fast travel to Chemic, hopefully. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. Moment of truth. Oh, wrong side as always. Excavation 20%, 80% left. Colonization progress achieved. Verdure sector colonized. Beautiful. Right, that is the first bit done. Fuel-based energy, tier 2. Cool. Right, while I'm here, because I haven't done it yet, I'm going to take my own blueprint of Relation Station, because I don't trust that one. Relation Station. Oh, did I make 2 by mistake? Oh yeah, apparently I did. Can I delete that? Oh, there we go. Right, cool. Right, so we've got a waypoint for that, waypoint for that. Oh, there's already one here. You know what? Whatever. Cool, right, so I can, theoretically, fast travel to Chemic. Where's my ship? It's that side. Bum 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 bum. Let's get to the ship. Can I do it while docked to the station? Fast travel. Pow. What's it doing? That's still... nope. That's still Relation Station. Do I need to disconnect? Chemic. Fast travel. Nope. There we go. Wonderful. I have found Chemic Station. Cool. Okay. Right. I'm going to quickly land here. Oop. That was a bit harsh. Let's land here. Let's pick up a mission. So I've got something to do next time. Or a goal to work towards. Right, Chemic Station. Asteroid engineering. I'll accept that one for now. I'm not going to do it on this stream though, because I'm going to wrap it up soon-ish. Where is that? 30 kilometers up there. That's the opposite direction to where I'm going, so I'll deal with that later. Oh, typical. On the wrong side of the sun. Might be tricky to find the thing I'm after. In the dark. Now, where was it? It is, I'm sure, somewhere. know it's somewhere around there, but it's hard to tell in the dark. I'm out for any asteroids. Yeah, I think... Was it past those 3 mountains? I'm sure it's in that kind of direction. I had a brief little look on one of my other save files, and I can kind of half remember where it was. Be easier to spot if the sun was up, or if the sun was on this side of the planet. Do you remember it being near, relatively near to these big mountains? Somewhere in the vicinity of them, anyway. What's that, Arcanate? By the way, with the name Skull Fortress, you are fully expecting a 90s pirate theme Lego-based build in the end. The idea I've got in my head is a bit stupid, and a bit elaborate. I mean, there is a PCU limit. Oh god, that asteroid's a bit closer than I was expecting. There is a PCU limit in SE2 at the moment. There might be a way to break it, but I don't particularly want to at this stage. Where's the big skull mountain gone? It would be so much easier to see if it was light, because I'm sure I spotted it from space last time. I'm sure it was fairly easy to spot. Is it that? Ooh, that might be it actually. Oh, don't lag on me now, game. I think I've spotted the skull mountain. Yeah, I think that's it. Cool. Keep an eye out for asteroids. Where are we going? We're going that way. Yeah, some kind of directional indicator would be nice in this game as well. So when you go in flight assist off, you can actually tell which way you're travelling without having to look at nearby asteroids. Yeah, that's the Skull Mountain. That's definitely the Skull Mountain. Cool. Right. It'd be nice if the sun was on this side of the planet for the end of this stream, but that is not the way things have turned out. Although we're lucky, we might get a sunrise by the time we land. I'm not sure which way round the sun goes on this planet. Yeah, that's the Skull Mountain, definitely. Cool. Alright, let's get a bit closer. In fact, let's start descending now. Boy, that's hard to see through the cockpit. I have discovered Chemic. Awesome. Okay, we're in the gravity well now. Let's put those dampeners back on. But yeah, the general plan for the Skull Fortress is to make some elaborate 90s cartoon villain kind of thing. Yeah, because I want one of the stupid ideas that I've got in my head for eventually when we've got like mechs and drones and AI controlled stuff. I want to build a launch pad silo type thing in one of the eye sockets, so I can have mechs or ships launch out of one of the eye sockets like a kind of evil Tracy Island from Thunderbirds. Although the game is going to lag while I try and get through this atmosphere. The atmospheric effects plus high velocities plus level of detail loading times means lag occasionally. Stupid is only stupid until it works. Yeah. Right, there we go. Yeah, you can just about make out the top of the skull. We are the wrong way around. It is upside down to us, but let's slow down a bit. We're going at 900 kilometers an hour. Does it look like the sun's on the way up, or is it? No, that's just the general haze on all sides. Oh, come on, game. Stop lagging. Oh, you're saving as well. That doesn't help. Yes, lag, lag, lag. Lag, lag, lag. Just let me get through the atmosphere. Come on. Helps if you don't look at the clouds. He says right before it lags again. And then probably lags again. Yep, there we go. I'm getting there. We're getting there, slowly but surely. It's quite a lot of atmospheric effects all going on at once. It all adds up to a big, laggy, soupy mess. But once it gets optimised, it'll be a lot better. Yeah. Oh, hello, Mr. Vengeance, over on Twitch. Love your builds in SE1. Thank you very much, mate. Hopefully, in the not-too-distant future, I'll be able to start doing similar stuff in SE2. Just need those mechanical blocks, and some timers and stuff. Yes, Ledner on YouTube, 1 frame at a time, apparently. Don't worry, that is not my internet signal lagging, that is the game at the moment. Because the atmospheric effects are a little bit much sometimes, especially around dusk and dawn when the lighting effects kick in too. Hoping it all gets optimised. But there you go, we are at the Skull Mountain. There are his eyes, there is his nose. As I come into land, the level of detail gets a little bit better. There you can see, there's like the nose there. There's one eye socket. There's another eye socket. And then there's the top of the skull, right there. Oh, more lag. Oh, that was the wrong button. Wouldn't See past my microphone, press the wrong thing. Oh, come on game, stop lagging. Let me get down here. Right, the game really wants to have a break, so let's get down here. Let's land. One man's magic is another man's science. Hey, rough one, how you doing? And the other way around, because Dreadworks on mechs is magic to me. Oh, thank you very much, mate. Oh, come on, just let me get onto the flipping floor without the game lagging or me crashing. Oh, just behave. Right, where shall I land? I'll land wherever it'll let me once it stops lagging. I'll land here. That's pretty much the top for the moment. Let's land there. Let's do that. Let's hopefully get into the control panel without the game exploding. Yeah, it really wants to have a little break. Yeah. Lag. You need to have a break, I get it. Thrusters off. Right. Cool. Groovy. Alright, we have landed at the Skull Mountain. I'm happy with that. So, I will be back tomorrow at some time. I'm going to schedule a stream in to play more of this and start building a base and a mining ship and a few other bits that I'm going to need. What messages have we got there before I disappear? Hopefully we can get those nice mechanical parts next year. Yeah, I'm hoping beginning of next year we'll hear something about it. Mr. Vengeance 78 seems about a year off, sadly. I don't think the they've said VS 2.2 is the next thing that's getting released, and I can't see that being a year away. They usually do it every few months, so I reckon not long after New Year we'll hear something more about it. But yeah, I'll be back doing more of this tomorrow at some point to just chill and start building a base, and then maybe doing a few contracts to unlock some more bits and pieces if we need them. I'll probably want to get reactors at some point, and I know one of the contracts in Chemic gives you reactor stuff. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll be back again on Sunday for Alien Survival in SE1, so thanks for watching, thanks for chatting, thanks to anyone that was lurking and just wanted to watch. And hopefully some point soon we'll have some mechanical stuff in this game, but until tomorrow I'm going to leave it there, so thanks for watching guys, goodbye for now.